Hello, my people. Today, I want to go into the details of Wike's camp of PDP's demand for the National Convention to hold. I don't want to state my opinion of the demands in the beginning, but I want us to go together and see these demands. Then I will talk about the implications of these demands. One, a fresh Congress must be held in Ebonyi and Anambra states in strict compliance with substituting court orders, court judgments. A fresh Congress in those two states. Two, a new Southeast Zonal Congress must be urgently conducted. A new Southeast Zonal Congress must be urgently conducted. 3. The outcome of the South-South Congress in Calabar, already upheld by the courts, must be respected. The South-South, that's the whole of the South-South. 4. PDP should immediately conduct the Ekiti LGA congresses in line with judicial pronouncements. 4. There should be no micro-zoning of offices beyond the general zoning formula already adopted by the National Executive Committee to maintain peace and stability. 6. The national chairmanship position must remain in the North Central, consistent with the zoning arrangement of the 2021 convention. Now, these are the demands of Wike and his camp. Remember, Fayose is also in Wike's camp. Now, let's look deeper into these demands and the implication. Number 1, from the Wike's camp's stand, they are trying to insist on ensuring legal and inclusive representation in the party. Ensuring legal and inclusive representation in the party. So, Wike's group wants fresh, transparent congresses in Ebonyi and Anambra and Ekiti State, plus a new Southeast Zonal Congress. That means the whole of Southeast are going to have new set of executives and recognition of the South-South Congress, making 2 zones. Outcome in Calabar to be upheld, that was upheld by the court. So they are claiming 3 zones plus Ekiti. That's stretching their tentacles into Ekiti State. So Southeast, South-South, they want them retained according to the court judgment. So without these steps, they argue the convention risks being illegitimate and divisive. This is about fairness, inclusivity, and respecting the rule of law. So with this, they are saying they are standing on the path of constitutionality of the party and the rule of law. They are insisting on preserving the zoning balance. The camp opposes micro-zoning, that is further sliding the agreed zoning formula to favor particular interests. So they insist the national chairmanship must remain in the North Central. Isn't that micro-zoning? North Central, following the 2021 arrangement. They see this as upholding established norms, preventing backdoor creeping changes to the power sharing arrangement. 3, preventing marginalization. So Wike's faction warns that failure to meet this condition would disenfranchise legitimate members and and thereby invalidate the convention outcome. This is both rhetorical stance and a way to force the party to address internal grievances before proceeding to the national convention. Having said this, we must also look at how these demands clash with the present stand of the National Executive Committee of the party. So these Wike scam demand, they are going directly against what are the resolutions of the National Executive Committee already, the things they have already decided on. So the Wike scam are raising part of their points to contradict what has been resolved by the National Executive Committee. And you must also note that the National Executive Committee of any political party is the next to the National Convention in terms of decision-making hierarchy. So before they go to the National Convention, Wike's camp wants some of the things the National Executive Committee have decided on to be reversed. That's what the implication means. So they are challenging the status quo of the National Executive Committee on some of the decisions they've made. So the Wike's camp goes further to insist that only the status quo be maintained, but that the micro-zoning be prohibited and that the chairmanship stays specifically in the North Central. So let's still go further and see the implications. Open defiance to party leadership. So by this demand, the Wike camp is having a confrontation with the National Executive Committee, openly confronting the National Executive Committee on the decisions they've already made. The party leaders, including National Chairman, Ambassador Damagun, the PDP Governors Forum, Chair Bala Mohammed, and others have pushed back sharply. That's the camp that is popularly referred to as the Seyi Makinde camp. So, Wike's camp is directly in confrontation with the National Executive Committee of the PDP and the Seyi Makinde camp. They declared the convention sacrosanct. The National Executive Committee and the Seyi Makinde camp have declared the National Convention holding in Ibadan sacrosanct, emphasized discipline, and warned against allowing a faction of fools to hold the party hostage. Isn't that interesting? 3. Perceived as power play. Though outsiders may see the Wike camp insisting on rule of law, inclusivity, and the likes, but this is perceived as just a power play. Who is in charge? Who is more powerful? So observers and some insiders have interpreted this demand as a move by Wike to protect his influence, especially in the South, and to ensure his allies retain positions in the party structure. So in my opinion, I think the Wike camp is deliberately fanning the ember of trouble in the PDP so that the convention will not hold in Oyo State as planned, or they will hold a parallel convention wherever they so desire. But my question is, why is the PDP leadership behaving like cowards? Why can't they suspend or expel Wike from their fold? Has it not gotten to the time they should take such decision? Those who are openly doing anti-party, of course, you will not be too far from me if you ask me that maybe some of them, even in the National Executive Committee now, and even in the other camp too, also participated in one anti-party or the other. So, but if you're insisting on party discipline, if you're insisting on a departure from what was not productive in the last dispensation, then why can't you be bold enough to punish erring members, disloyal members? From these demands and this analysis, you see that the Wike's camp is not after making peace. The aim of those 6 demands is just to create a very good ground for a parallel convention so that the PDP will remain distracted from being a major opposition party. That's their problem, because either the Wike's camp or the National Executive Committee's camp, they are all talking about personal interest. Each camp is fighting for their own interest. But we all know that the interest of Wike is in APC and the Tinubu's government beyond 2027. I will follow up closely on these developments and I will keep you posted as things evolve. Fortunately, the convention is happening in Ibadan and I will be here reporting the details. I find it very interesting and I think we should all learn in this political development as it evolves. They are laying precedents, whether they agree with that or not, and posterity will make reference to what they are doing today. I remain Adeni Rotimi Johnson. Catch ya. See ya. Thank you.